Old Home Week harness racing getting set to roll here at Connell Park Raceway this evening. A 7-horse field in the Fredericton Horsemen's Association pace. Impish Art with Todd Trites, Eamon Molly, Mark Grant. Keystone Hot Pants, Wayne Watson. Young Lark with Lonnie Stokes. Basin View Brad, Mark Haig. Fox Valley Merlin on the outside with Ed Harvey. The trailer is Gord's Girl with Mike Downey. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Keystone Hot Pants going for the early lead. And that one goes off stride going into the first turn. Off stride went the leader, Keystone Hot Pants, and Impish Art takes over top spot as they go on round that turn. Impish Art is now the leader as they go down the backstretch for the first time. Gord's Girl used that trailing post to her advantage. Eamon Molly is third and looking for a seat in along the cones on the outside. Basin View Brad filling the hole. Then it's Fox Valley Merlin. Young Lark is next, and far back and out of contention, Keystone Hot Pants. They were by the opening quarter in 30-4 on round the turn. It is Impish Art leading at a length and a half. Gord's Girl is second. Basin View Brad third. 3 wide move from Young Lark coming off the top of the turn as they pace down the stretch for the half. And Impish Art continues to show the way. Gord's Girl second. Eamon Molly third on the outside. Then it's Basin View Brad. Young Lark is next. Fox Valley Merlin and Keystone Hot Pants. And Impish Art had them past the half in 1:02.3. Impish Art, Gord's Girl. On the outside, Eamon Molly continues to cut into the deficit as Basin View Brad is now fourth. Fox Valley Merlin. Young Lark is sixth, and Keystone Hot Pants as they head down the backstretch for the final time. Impish Art and Todd Trites continuing to cut the numbers. Eamon Molly at the leader's wheel from second. Gord's Girl with no place to go in third. 3 wide move once again from Young Lark, and they were past 3/4 in 1:34.3. Rounding the barn turn final time. Impish Art, Gord's Girl. Eamon Molly is on the outside as they come past 7/8 and pace down the stretch for the wire. Impish Art continues to lead it. Gord's Girl looking to get to the outside. Impish Art far outside Young Lark as they come for the line. Impish Art got it. Over Gord's Girl second, Young Lark got the show spot. And the time for the mile, 2:07. Field is in behind the starting gate for the Day and Ross pace. We have a full field of 8. Battle Gear with Clark Bustard. Indigo Artist, Percy Jones. OK Elegant, Mike Downey. Sonona Hanover, Mike Campbell. Nan's Way, Gilles Barrio. How Max Up Tempo on the outside for Gary Wright. The trailing horses, EF Amazon with Lonnie Stokes. Big Brown Ben with Charlie Miles. Here they come. Off stride was How Max Up Tempo. How Max Up Tempo was off stride as they were off and pacing. Indigo Artist was up and driving for the front. Sonona Hanover looks to take charge on the outside quickly. Battle Gear is in third. Then it's Big Brown Ben in fourth. EF Amazon fifth as they go down the backstretch for the first time. Clearing to the front, a leadership change, and it is Sonona Hanover now up there by 2. Indigo Artist second. Racing in third, Battle Gear, then Big Brown Ben and EF Amazon. Nan's Way is in 6th spot, OK Elegant 7th, and after the miscue, out of contention is How Max Up Tempo. They were by the opening quarter in 29-4. Sonona Hanover continues to show the way. They come off the top of the turn and move in front of us for the first time. Sonona Hanover feeling the heat now. Up on the outside to challenge quickly. It is Indigo Artist. On the inside, Battle Gear. Moving with cover, EF Amazon is in fourth. Then it's Big Brown Ben and Nan's Way. OK Elegant and further back to How Max Up Tempo. The half was in 1:01.4. On to 5/8 they go. And Sonona Hanover continues to lead it. Indigo Artist Pacing away on the outside, that one puts a nose in front as they head down the backstretch for the final time. Battle Gear moves to the outside as well. Then it's Big Brown Ben in fourth, Nan's Way fifth. Moving in sixth, EF Amazon. Racing in seventh is OK Elegant and How Max Up Tempo. And they were past three quarters, with 2 leaders continuing to duke it out as they go on round that barn turn. Now Battle Gear has come to top spot on the outside. It is Battle Gear continuing to lead it. Sonona Hanover second. Indigo Artist coming up, and so too is Big Brown Ben. Indigo Artist got it by the slimmest of margins over Battle Gear, and Big Brown Ben picked up third spot. The time for the mile, 2:04 and 2/5. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner of the Day and Ross Pace. It's number 2, Indigo Artist. Three-year-old son of Arturo from the Magical Mike mare, Piano Blue Chip. Owned, trained, and driven by Percy Jones of Temperance Vale. First career win for the 3-year-old. It comes tonight over Connell Park Raceway in a time of 2:04 and 2. The Day and Ross Pace winner, number 2, Indigo Artist and Percy Jones. Of race number 3. The Cooperators Pace with Newco's Typhoon, Ashby Corner, One Wild Night, Breeze Hanover, Rockstar Bayama, All-American Dazzle on the outside, and Georgie Girl is the trailer. Gate is at the head of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Rockstar Bayama on the outside wants the front, and he's got it before they get to the turn. Breeze Hanover is racing in second. Then moving in third position, it is Ashby Corner as they go on for the opening 8th mile marker. Racing in fourth is Newco's Typhoon. Then it's All-American Dazzle in fifth. Georgie Girl sixth. And One Wild Night is the trailer as they go down the backstretch for the opening quarter. On top and cutting it out, Rockstar Bayama is up a length and a half. Breeze Hanover second. Then racing in third, it is Ashby Corner and Newco's Typhoon. They were past the opening quarter, 28 and 2/5 seconds. Newco's Typhoon moves to the outside from fourth. All-American Dazzle is next. Then it's Georgie Girl and One Wild Night as they come off the top of the turn. Pacing down the stretch for the half. Rockstar Bayama showing the way. Breeze Hanover second. On the outside, Newco's Typhoon comes to third. Then racing in fourth, it's Ashby Corner and All-American Dazzle is next. Then Georgie Girl sixth and One Wild Night. The half was reached in 1:01. On to the 5/8 we go. It is Rockstar Bayama continuing to cut those numbers. Heading down the backstretch for the final time. Newco's Typhoon comes to second. Breeze Hanover with no place to go in third. Then racing in fourth, Ashby Corner. All-American Dazzle is next. Then One Wild Night and Georgie Girl. And they were by 3/4 in 1:30 and 2. Rounding the barn turn final time. Rockstar Bayama. Moving on the outside in second is Newco's Typhoon. Then it's Breeze Hanover with no place to go, and Ashby Corner fans out 3 wide coming for home. It is still Rockstar Bayama. Newco's Typhoon digging in, and Ashby Corner is on the go on the far outside. Ashby Corner got there. Very close for second. On the outside was Newco's Typhoon. Inside, Rockstar Bayama. And the final time, 2:02 and 1. Ashby Corner. 9-year-old son of Life Sign from the No Nukes mare Nova, owned by Beverly Trites of Fredericton. Sheldon Watts is the winning trainer, and Stephen Trites drives the horse to a 3rd victory this season. Time for the mile in 2:02 and 1. Number 2, Ashby Corner, victorious in the Cooperators pace, receives the cooler, sponsored by the Cooperators. Pacing in 2:02 and 1 for the victory here this evening. Field is in behind the gate for the Maliseet Fuels and Eagles Nest Gaming Pace. Seawind Amanda, Stephen Trites. A Weekend, Percy Jones. Royal Putnam, Philip Hodgson. Chablis Bayama, Mike Downey. Villa Max, Lonnie Stokes. Outside Lady Mercury, Gilles Berriot. And the trailer, Wild Western Abbey with Todd Trites. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Royal Putnam goes for the early lead. On the inside, A Weekend is getting out of there briskly as well. And on the far outside, Lady Mercury is on the go from an outside post position. She's got third spot at this stage as the field goes by the opening 8th mile marker, but she is staying on the outside. Filling the hole was Stephen Trites with Seawind Amanda as they head down the backstretch for the opening quarter. Now it's Lady Mercury. Then it is Wild Western Abbey. Chablis Bayama is next, and Villa Max trails, and they were past the opening quarter in 29 and 1 on round the turn. And continuing to lead it, Royal Putnam. A Weekend is in second. Seawind Amanda third as they come off the top of the turn. And move in front of us for the first time on their way to the half. Royal Putnam and A Weekend. Seawind Amanda. The outside for Wild Western Abbey in fourth. Racing in fifth, Lady Mercury. Then it's Chablis Bayama and Villa Max, and they were past the half in 57 and 4. Rounding the turn, past the 5/8, it is Royal Putnam up there by 4 open lengths. Moving on the outside, Seawind Amanda second. A Weekend is in third. Racing in fourth, Lady Mercury. Then Wild Western Abbey. Chablis Bayama sixth, and Villa Max. And leading them past 3/4, it was Royal Putnam. On by that marker in 1:28 and 4. Royal Putnam. Seawind Amanda comes to the leader's wheel on the outside and will challenge on the outside. Moving in third, A Weekend. Then it's Lady Mercury on the outside from fourth. Inside of an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Royal Putnam, Seawind Amanda. Lady Mercury comes to third, and Royal Putnam's going to get it. Royal Putnam victorious over Seawind Amanda. Lady Mercury got the show spot. The time for that mile, 2:02. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner of the Maliseet Fuels and Eagles Nest Gaming Pace. It's number 3, Royal Putnam. 4-year-old son of Southwind Balsam from the Ralph Hanover mare, Royal R&R. Owned by Ron Fowley of Quispamsis, Megan Fowley of New Maryland. Stefan DeCourcy is the trainer. Philip Hodgson with the catch driving victory. It's the first win this season for the 4-year-old, coming in a time of 2:02. He's receiving the cooler, symbolic of the Maliseet Fuels and Eagles Nest Gaming Pace. Royal Putnam, triumphant, with driver Philip Hodgson. Field is in behind the gate for the Ken Cumberland Memorial. A field of 7 with Lyra and Wayne Watson. My Bright Penny, Mike Campbell. S.T. Cammy with Ed Harvey. Pembroke Paycheck, Don Dickinson. Fernhill Treasure, Scott Hubbard. Ari's Andrew on the outside for Gilles Berriot. And the trailer is Do You Believe in Me and Todd Trites. Here they come. They are off and pacing. Pembroke Paycheck went straight to the lead. Lyra is in along the cones in second. My Bright Penny third. Do You Believe in Me used that trailing position to his advantage and is now in fourth spot as they go past the opening 8th mile marker. Next is S.T. Cammy. Then racing in 6th position, Fernhill Treasure, and the trailer is R.E.'s Andrew. They go down the backstretch for the first time. On their way to the quarter and on top and cutting it out is Pembroke Paycheck. My Bright Penny second. Then it's Lyra in third. Do You Believe in Me is fourth. S.T. Cammy, R.E.'s Andrew, and Fernhill Treasure. They were past the quarter in 30 and 2. And rounding that turn for the 3/8, they will move in front of us for the first time on their way to the half-mile station. On top and cutting it out, Pembroke Paycheck. Now on the outside, Do You Believe in Me is on the go and gets to second spot quickly. Racing in third position, that is My Bright Penny. 1:01 and 4 to the half. Lyra is next. Then it's R.E.'s Andrew. On the go as they go round the turn for the 5/8. And on top, on the outside, Do You Believe in Me shows a nose in front. Pembroke Paycheck second. My Bright Penny is on the go on the outside from third. Then it's Lyra. R.E.'s Andrew is next on the outside. Fernhill Treasure sixth, and S.T. Cammy trailing. Do You Believe in Me is on the lead, but has company coming in the form of My Bright Penny. 3/4, 1:32 and 2. Do You Believe in Me and My Bright Penny. Pembroke Paycheck is now third as they come off the top of the turn. Do You Believe in Me? My Bright Penny is digging in on the outside, coming for the line. It's tight, but Do You Believe in Me has got it over My Bright Penny, and the time for that mile, 2:03. With a mare named Ben's Filly. She wasn't much of a horse, but as he knew nothing about racehorses, she taught him a lot. In 1976, he got another horse named Whisper Patty and was soon after on his way with Whisper Nifty Nick and Whisper Nabob as well. In 1981, his first and only trotter, Velvet Treasure, came along. In the early 90s, Ken started racing in Bangor and followed the fair circuit there with Treasured Moment and Easy End. Ken's dedication and love to our great sport is sadly missed as he passed away on May 28th of this year. We remember the late Ken Cumberland with the parading of number 7, Do You Believe in Me, a 4-year-old daughter of Neutralize from the Sokies Adam mare, Do You Think She Was? Bob McNeil of St. John is the owner and the trainer, and Todd Trites picks up a victory here in the 5th, third win of the season for the mare in a time of 2:03. Number 7, Do You Believe in Me, winner of the Ken Cumberland Memorial Pace. Rackland Fine Line and Todd Trites. Meter leader, Gilles Berriot. Wave That Banner, Stephen Trites. Going to the Chapel with Lonnie Stokes. Full of Finesse, Mike Downey. The outside, The Power of Grin and Mark Grant. Trailing horse is Nicole's Baby with Mark Haig. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Wave That Banner is looking for the front. In along the cones, though, Meter Leader is on the go and wants it badly as well. Meter Leader takes the top as they go on around the turn. Moving up on the outside now past the opening quarter is Going to the Chapel. Racing in third, Full of Finesse. Then it is Rackland Fine Line, and further back now, settling in along the cones, that is Wave That Banner. Nicole's Baby is sixth, and The Power of Grin, your early trailer. 2 leaders duking it out in the early stages. They were past the opening quarter in 29 and 4, and on round that barn turn for the first time. They come to the 3/8 mile marker, and Meter Leader continues to lead it. Going to the Chapel. On the outside, up there to challenge. Moving in third, Full of Finesse is watching those 2 leaders battle. Then it's Rackland Fine Line, moving to the outside from fourth. Wave That Banner. Nicole's Baby on the outside, sixth, and The Power of Grin. They were past the half, 58 and 2/5 seconds. On to the 5/8 meter leader. Then Full of Finesse is second. Racing in third, Wave That Banner. Up on the outside, 3 wide. Racklin Fine Line comes to fourth. Going to Chapel is in between them. Then the Power of Grin and Nicole's Baby on their way past the 3/4 mile station. Meter leader is up by 2.5, maybe 3 lengths. Then it's Full of Finesse. And up on the outside, Racklin Fine Line, the inside for Wave That Banner. 3/4, 129 and 4. Meter leader leads this field off the top of the turn as they come down the stretch for the wire. Meter leader and Full of Finesse. Racklin Fine Line up to second, but Meter leader has got it. Full of Finesse managed third. It was Racklin Fine Line up for second spot, and the time for the mile, 1:59 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner of race number 6, number 2, Meter Leader. 4-year-old son of Yankee Leader from the Basie mare Millimeter. Bred and owned by Gerald Alexander of Sussex. Trained by Jimmy Smith, Gilles Berriot picks up the catch-driving win. Third victory this season for the 4-year-old. And he takes a brand new lifetime mark tonight over Connell Park Raceway in a time of 1:59 and 4. He does it in the Moncton Horsemen's Association pace. Number 2, Meter Leader with Gilles Berriot in the bike. Field is in behind the gate, race number 7. Ultimate Spirit, Todd Trites. Michael's Pleasure, Lonnie Stokes. MD Hardley's Success, Wayne Watson. Hot Shot, Mindale, Stephen Trites. Slim and Sleek, Mike Downey. Texas Treasure, Gilles Berriot. Valid Appeal, and Mark Haig. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Ultimate Spirit goes for the front and grabs it away. Michael's Pleasure was in the mix, and he's still right there in second position. Racing in third is Hot Shot Mindale. Up to fourth on the outside as they go on around the turn for the opening 8th mile marker. That is Texas Treasure, and he's looking for a seat but can't get one on their way to the opening quarter. Valid Appeal is next. Then it's MD Hardley's Success, and the early trailer is Slim and Sleek as they go on past the quarter, and continuing to lead it, Ultimate Spirit over Michael's Pleasure. They were by the quarter in 29 and 4. Rounding that barn turn, Ultimate Spirit, and now on the outside, Texas Treasure has come to second. Racing in third, Michael's Pleasure, as they move in front of us on their way to the half-mile station. Ultimate Spirit and Texas Treasure. Michael's Pleasure is next. Then it's Valid Appeal in fourth. Hot Shot Mindale is fifth. MD Hardley's Success and Slim and Sleek as they were by the half. In 1 minute flat. On their way around that 5/8 turn. Ultimate Spirit, Texas Treasure, 2 leaders duking it out as they go on round that turn and head down the backstretch for the final time. In third, Michael's Pleasure. Then racing in fourth is Hot Shot Mindale, trying to find a seam as they were on past that 3/4 mile station, with Ultimate Spirit continuing to lead it, and 3/4 was reached in 1:30 and 2. Ultimate Spirit and Texas Treasure. 3 wide action as they go round that turn, and now fanning out 4 wide as they come for home inside of an 1/8 of a mile to go. Ultimate Spirit trying to fend off several challengers. In along the cones, Hot Shot Mindale far outside. MD Hardley's Success got it. MD Hardley's Success, your winner on the far outside. Very close for second, either Hot Shot Mindale or Ultimate Spirit. And the time for the mile, 2:01 and 3. In the late stages of this mile, it's number 3, MD Hardley's Success. He's the winner of the AgCon Contracting and Auto Plus Pace. 6-year-old son of Western Success from the Kiev Hanover mare, Hardly Easy, owned by Bill Smith and Wayne Watson of St. John. Richard Allaby is the trainer. Wayne Watson drives. 5th win this season and the 26th career victory for the 6-year-old. Comes tonight in a time of 2:01 and 3. Number 3, MD Hardley's Success in the AgCon Contracting and Auto Plus Pace. Pinder Farms a pace here in race number 8. Full field of 8 starters with El Nino Nico and Mark Haig, Contact Jones, Wayne Watson, Connelly CC, Scott Hubbard, Mackenzie Kate, Dale Spence, $1 Million Jewel, Philip Hodgson, outside for Canico Quickset and Lonnie Stokes, trailers Man Racing Joe with Gilles Berriot and Woodmere Sandollar with Stephen Trites. Here they come. They're off and pacing. El Nino Nico is up there quickly to grab the front. Connelly CC on the outside. Off stride went Contact Jones. Contact Jones was off stride on the way to the 8th mile marker. And they continue to that post with El Nino Nico continuing to show the way. It is Connelly CC second and movement now to the outside from Man Racing Joe, and he's on the go. He's second and now shows a nose in front. Man Racing Joe with a quick move for Berriot, and he now takes over the lead. Gets that spot from El Nino Nico, and Connelly CC is third. Then it's Woodmere Sandollar in fourth. Mackenzie Kate is next. They were by the quarter in 29 and 4. Coming off the top of the turn. They will move in front of us for the first time, and your leader is Man Racing Joe. In second, that is El Nino Nico. Connelly CC third, Woodmere Sandollar and Mackenzie Kate. Then it's $1 Million Jewel, Canico Quickset, and further back and out of contention now is Contact Jones. They were by the half, 59 and 2. On their way to the 5/8, Man Racing Joe, El Nino Nico, Connelly CC, and then Woodmere Sandollar. Mackenzie Kate is next. $1 Million Jewel. They're single file at this point as they go down the backstretch for the final time. It is Man Racing Joe to the outside. Connelly CC is able to get out there and challenge the leader. El Nino Nico is next. Then it is Woodmere Sandollar and Mackenzie Kate. $1 Million Jewel is sixth as they come to the 7/8 mile pole. 3/4 was 1:30 and 2. Down the stretch they come for home and continuing to lead it. Man Racing Joe coming for the line. El Nino Nico comes up there quickly, but Connelly CC is able to take over. Connelly CC got the win over El Nino Nico. Maybe Mackenzie Kate in for third spot. The time for the mile, 2:01 and 2. Now parading back, it is your winner here in the 8th race. The Pinder Farms pace goes to number 3, Connelly CC. 8-year-old son of Artist Stenna from the Western Hanover mare, Casey's Gold, owned by Mike Morris, Scott Hubbard, and Michael Clinton. Mike Morris is the trainer, Scott Hubbard the driver. It's the second win this season for the 8-year-old veteran. Coming tonight, corrected time here, 2:01 and 3/5. 2:01 and 3, the finish for number 3, Connelly CC, receiving the cooler symbolic of the Pinder Farms pace. Thank you. Is up next in the field, is in behind the gate. The Viking Prince with Todd Trites. Classic John, Gilles Berriot. Chilled Wine with Clark Bustard. Windermere Nick, Stephen Trites. Same Old Story, Philip Hodgson. The outside for Blue Demon and Mark Haig. Gate is at the head of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Classic John sprints right to the front, and the Viking Prince is settling in second. Chilled Wine is third. Racing in fourth, Windermere Nick. As they move on around that turn, racing in fifth spot, Blue Demon, and the trailer, Same Old Story, as they were by the opening 8th mile marker. Classic John and Gilles Barrio on the go. They're up by 3.5 now. Racing in second, the Viking Prince, trying to cut into that deficit. Chilled Wine is third. Windermere Nick is next. Then Blue Demon and Same Old Story, and they're still single file as they reach the opening quarter in 31 seconds. Classic John shows the way. Now up by 2.5. The Viking Prince is second. And they come off the top of the turn, moving in front of us on their way to the half-mile marker. Classic John, the Viking Prince second. Action on the outside now with Windermere Nick on the go. He's up to third. Chilled Wine is fourth. Then it's Blue Demon moving with cover fifth, and Same Old Story is the trailer. On past the half. They were by that marker in 1:01 and 3, and Classic John continues to show the way. On the outside, Windermere Nick has come to second. Racing in third, that is the Viking Prince. Chilled Wine is moving in fourth spot. Then Same Old Story now fifth, and Blue Demon sixth. By the 3/4, Classic John takes the field past that marker. And they're on round the barn turn. Next stop, the 7/8. Classic John moving in second, the Viking Prince. Windermere Nick is third. Chilled Wine looking to go 3 wide as they come off the top of the turn. But Classic John is in control, and he checks out on the rest of this field. Classic John and the Viking Prince. Classic John, your winner over the Viking Prince, and Windermere Nick picked up third spot just ahead of Same Old Story. The time for the mile, 2 minutes, 2/5. Petron Jimmy, and many more. His wife Shirley was always by his side, washing harnesses, traveling, and cheering for Clayton, to name a few of her tasks. This hobby became a family summer event. Today their son Don and grandson Danny still carry the love of the horses with the Dickinson name and are very proud of it. Clayton and Shirley were very well known at most racetracks in New Brunswick and the state of Maine. One of the last races Clayton drove was in Fredericton, where he came to the line with a win. Here in race number 9, the Clayton and Shirley Dickinson Memorial Pace goes to number 2, Classic John. 4-year-old son of Omar Khayyam from the Arts Conquest mare, Creative Lass. This one is owned and trained by Jean-Marc Roy of Montjoly, Quebec. Gilles Barrio with the catch drive this evening as the 4-year-old picks up a brand new lifetime mark over Connell Park Raceway tonight in a time of 2 minutes and 2/5. Gilles Barrio with the winner of the Clayton and Shirley Dickinson Memorial Pace, number 2, Classic John. Gilles Barrio, Magical Alex, Todd Trites, Woodmere Big Splash, Stephen Trites, Hustler Hall, Scott Hubbard, the outside for Night Talker and Mike Downey, trailing horses Tahuya River Dance with Mark Haig, Billy and Bud with Charlie Miles. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Magical Alex going for the front. Racing in second, Perfect Approach is getting off the gate quickly as well as they go on around the turn. And moving for that opening 8th mile marker. Sitting in third spot is Found Wanting. Tahuya River Dance is on the go in fourth. Up next is Billy and Bud from a trailing position. Woodmere Big Splash is next. Then it's Hustler Hall on the outside and Night Talker. And they're headed down the backstretch for the quarter, and Todd Trites has them there with Magical Alex. Percy Jones is right in behind with Perfect Approach. They were by the opening quarter in 30 seconds flat. On round the turn for 3/8 with Magical Alex and Perfect Approach in second position. They come off the top of the turn and pace down the stretch for the half with Magical Alex and Perfect Approach. Action on the outside, moving up quickly now. That is Hustler Hall. Racing in fourth is Woodmere Big Splash. Then it is Found Wanting and Tahuya River Dance. Billy and Bud seventh, and Night Talker is the trailer. They were past the half in 1:01 and 1. And on their way to the 5/8, it continues to be Magical Alex up front. He leads at a length, but is being pursued by Scott Hubbard. He's got Hustler Hall on the go as they go down the backstretch for the final time. Woodmere Big Splash has come to third. Racing in fourth, Perfect Approach. Then Tahuya River Dance. As they go around the turn, they were by 3/4 in 1:32. Magical Alex continues to show the way. Racing in second, Hustler Hall. Then Perfect Approach has come back to third up against Woodmere Big Splash as those two battle for third position. But Magical Alex looking good, and Todd Trite's going to bring him home. It's Magical Alex, the winner, over Hustler Hall. Very close. Maybe Woodmere Big Splash over Perfect Approach in the race for third. The time for that mile, 2:01 and 1. Richard 11th is next. Field is in behind the gate for the CNB Builders Pace. Field of 5, Woodmere Sandman, Stephen Trites. Ace on the River, Philip Hodgson. Cecil's Express, Gilles Berriot. EF Fantasia, Todd Trites. Skippy on the outside with Dale Spence. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Ace on the River, gunning for the early lead up against Woodmere Sandman, and that one hustles out of there as well. As they go on round the turn, Woodmere Sandman takes over control, and Ace on the River will sit in second spot. As they go on round the turn, that is Cecil's Express third, EF Fantasia fourth, and Skippy trails the field as they start to tighten up on their way to the quarter, and Woodmere Sandman is leading the way. He's up by 2 ahead of Ace on the River. Then it is Gilles Berriot. He's got Cecil's Express on the go. EF Fantasia is next, and Skippy trails. They were by the quarter in 29 and 3. On round the turn and past 3/8 now, with Woodmere Sandman showing the way. Ace on the River is second. Racing in third is Cecil's Express. Movement to the outside now from EF Fantasia. The mare is going after the boys. She leaves the fence and is on her way now on the outside. Skippy moving up quickly fifth, and they were by the half in 1 minute and 3/5 seconds. On their way to 5/8, Woodmere Sandman. On the outside quickly to challenge, that was EF Fantasia. Racing in third is Ace on the River. Then it's Cecil's Express and Skippy as they go down the backstretch for the final time. Woodmere Sandman kicking it into another gear. On the outside, EF Fantasia second. 3/4 in 1:30. Ace on the River closing the gap from third. Then it's Cecil's Express and Skippy, 5 of them in a bunch, inside of 1/8 of a mile left to go. Woodmere Sandman continues to lead it. Ace on the River trying to close the gap. Moving on the outside, Cecil's Express is on the go. As they come for the line, Woodmere Sandman got there. Ace on the River second, and Cecil's Express picked up the show spot. The time for the mile, 1:59. Here's your winner of tonight's feature race. The CNB Builders Pace during Old Home Week goes to number 1, Woodmere Sandman. 4-year-old son of Western Success from the Camlock mare, San Frangelica. Owned by Susan Seymour, Beverly Trites, and William Seymour of Fredericton. Sheldon Watts picks up his second training win of the evening, and Stephen Trites is in the bike for a second victory tonight. Third win of the year for this 4-year-old, and it comes in a time of 1:59. Season's best performance comes over Connell Park Raceway tonight, and he takes home the win in the CNB Builder's Pace. Number 1, Woodmere Sandman, in tonight's feature in a time of 1:59. Auto Body Pace to wrap things up on opening night. Hope you can join us again Wednesday and Friday right here at Connell Park. Yankee Dancer with Philip Hodgson. Choco du Ruisseau with Mark Haig. Edgewater Shadowfax, Lonnie Stokes. The Streak, Todd Trites. I Got a Rocket, Mike Campbell on the outside. The Trailers All Over You with Gilberto. Vic Victor with Stephen Trites. Here they come. They're off and pacing. The Streak is on the move, and Yankee Dancer is on the go as well, as those two take this field into the turn for the first time. The Streak and Yankee Dancer is second. Going on round the turn, and they move past the opening 8th mile marker, and going down the backstretch for the first time. The Streak has opened up. This one is up now by 5 as they go to the quarter. Yankee Dancer is second. Edgewater Shadowfax is next. Then Choco du Ruisseau. Next up in 5th position, that is Vic Victor as they go on round the turn, and they were by the opening quarter. 29-3. The Streak continues to lead it by a comfortable margin as they go past the 3/8 mile pole and move in front of us for the first time on their way to the half. The Streak continues to lead it. Yankee Dancer second. Edgewater Shadowfax is next. Choco du Ruisseau is 4th. Then it's Vic Victor, I Got a Rocket, and the Trailer All Over You. They were past the half with the Streak and Todd Trites. 59-1. The Streak is up by 3.5. Yankee Dancer is a second. Then, moving on the outside, Edgewater Shadowfax in pursuit of the leader as they head down the backstretch for the final time. Vic Victor is in 4th. Then racing 5th, Choco du Ruisseau. I Got a Rocket, and well back and out of contention is All Over You. The Streak continues to show the way. Moving in second, Edgewater Shadowfax. 3/4. 1:29-1. The Streak and the mare is in pursuit of the leader. Edgewater Shadowfax is on the go. She's picking them up and putting them down on her way home. Edgewater Shadowfax and the Streak has a little more coming for the line. Edgewater Shadowfax digging in. Edgewater Shadowfax got it over the Streak, and Yankee Dancer picked up the show position. The time for the mile, 1:59-4. Ladies and gentlemen, wrapping things up tonight with the Saunders Auto Body Pace winner. Here she is, number 3, Edgewater Shadowfax. 4-year-old daughter of Fit for Life from the Largo mare, Edgewater Crystal, owned by Linda Hughes and Bill Smythe of Fredericton, trained by Mark Collett, and Lonnie Stokes picks up the driving win. It's the 4th victory this season for the mare. Tonight coming in a time of 1:59-4. She received the cooler symbolic of the Saunders Auto Body Pace. Number 3, Edgewater Shadowfax and Lonnie Stokes.